Welcome, universe. I wonder if I should turn this light on. To episode, this is actually 72. I know last time I said 72, when the word said, which light should I do? This one? Fucking bright in my face. I could taste it. It tastes like lead. Oh man, let me not flow and instead just talk. I leave your body outlined in that chalk. But I don't mean that I killed you. Nah, man, I just traced you. I don't know what I'm talking about. I got that flavor off the chain. Call me Mr. Dave. The way that I hit the waves. Man, I got them waves. I got them dames, I got the change, I got whatever you need, I got the infinity gauntlet. This a old shirt, but this whole clean, even though it's kind of short. It's time to report. Fuck your court. Fuck your fort. Fuck your sort. You were dwarfing. That's okay, you were giant, and that's okay, and I don't care if you're straight or gay, but if you come in at my clique, man, we gon' spray. Alright, that's crazy. I'm just freestyling, man. 72. I didn't hit y'all up last week. But I did some re-uploads. So soon, hopefully, I'll be caught up. And we can just focus on new shit, man. Start getting some guests, some interviews, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the first 100 will just be me. And then from 101 and on, we're going to have some interviews. Well, we had my cousin, Isaac. Shout out to Isaac, because on 2 episodes. That first one was humongous. Everybody in the family watched it. The second one was one of our highly viewed shows. Not as viewed as that first one. And I think it was even better than the first one. More solid content. So, this is a random page. I'm going to answer some questions, random questions. How do you handle negative influences in your life? So let's be honest here. Sometimes I handle them negatively and I respond with more negative energy. But what I try to do is de-escalate it. That's the goal. And with respect, but also with grit. Not grit, that's not the right word. With confidence. Confidence, but also respectful. And that's kind of how you just gotta, But what does that mean? What does that mean? Negative influences. I mean, shit, I'm still friends on social media with the first person who showed me Yayo and Weedo. And I was friends with him for a while. I mean, we're not, If he wasn't to show me, somebody else might have shown me. Maybe not. I don't know. Everything happens for a reason then. If you're going to speak to a group of graduating teenagers, what would be the topic? Sex. I would say sex is not as important as you think. In this society, we've grown and evolved from cavemen. Sex shouldn't be numero uno. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to reproduce. You don't have to get married. You know what I'm saying? But you also don't have to do drugs and have random sex with random people. You could just do you. Be yourself and be true. Being alone sometimes is the most incredible feeling sometimes in the world, because we're never really alone. But when you're alone, you can sit in your thoughts and meditate and think and congregate and elevate. I never hesitate unless it's to pull out a strap. I think about that before I pull back? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Are they jerking? What it do? What it be? Coming through like a G in the dump truck. Got the dump bucks. And I'm shooting them out like, what the fuck? What insulting term or word do people use very cavalier today? Okay, I don't know what the fuck that meant. Insulting. Are they trying to get me to say the N-word? What insulting term or word do people use very cavalier? I have no idea, but I just learned that dude used to mean, because you know, when we think of dude, we're like, dude, like you think of a hippie or a surfer. But in the 1800s, a dude was a man who dressed very nicely and fancy. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I should look it up. But then I gotta go all the way over there. I could bring it over here, but then that's a lot of noise and shit. So let's just say dude. What is your favorite personality trait that you like about yourself? The gift of gab. I can bullshit when I want to. Now, a lot of times I don't want to, because it's not about what I want to talk about. That's why I can just talk on this, because it's about what I want to talk about. And with the Odd Pod, it's fun talking about different topics and exercising that muscle in the brain for debate, conversation. It's an art form. Have you ever been caught in a compromising position? Compromising position, even despite a valid explanation. Man, okay, Sharpie, I've been having make your pens, these colorful ones, make that shit stay on there, man. That shit been falling off all fucking day. Oh, now it doesn't want to fall off. I was using a gray pen. Every time I use them at work, you know, I put it like that and then it just fucking falls off. I can't really think of one, even despite a valid explanation. No, thank God. Thank God I haven't gone through anything like that. I mean, I guess I've been like, I was in the restroom and somebody opened it up and I was like, or I opened up the restroom on somebody on accident. Kind of crazy. Do you know how to use a compass and how well? I mean, you point it and wherever it says north, that's north. Other than that, I have no fucking, I mean, you gotta have a map, or you gotta know which direction. You always gotta know. Well, I guess if you're looking at a map, north is always, I mean, I feel like I could use it. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had to use it, and hopefully I never have to use it, like, seriously. Do you like hot or cold food better? Ooh, hot, baby. What's cold? Let's see, there's sushi, jello, pudding, ice cream. Flan is cold. A lot of desserts are cold. There's not a lot of that I can think of in American or Mexican food that you eat cold. Oh, shrimp. What is it? It's like shrimp cocktail. That shit's good. But the majority of things I like hot, but you know, warm. You don't want that shit to burn the fucking roof of your mouth. Unless you do, and it's sadism. Sadism. Do you jog or walk regularly? No. If so, what is your favorite place to go for a run? When I do run or jog, it's at the park. It's at this park that's really close to the crib. There's a lot of nice trees. There's some shade. It's it's not too busy of a park, which might change soon because they're building like a fucking skate park on the other side of it. Sounds cool, but it's gonna be crazy. Do you know how to use any weapons? If so, which one? I don't know how to use these nunchucks, but I imagine you just hit somebody. But not like Michelangelo and the Ninja Turtles. I don't know how to do it like this guy. But I know how to use this weapon pretty well. And this weapon. This weapon. This weapon down here. Nah, I'm just kidding. Not really. I need to learn some weaponry. Just in case. And I'm talking about swords. I'm talking about scythes. I'm talking about pistols. I'm talking about bazooka. No, I'm just kidding. What is your favorite movie quote? The first one that comes to my brain. Okay, I'm reloaded. That's from Carlito's Way. Al Pacino. And then after that is, say hello to my little friend. And that's from Scarface, Al Pacino. What's another cool quote? I had a dream too, Richie. I think that's what he said. I like that because Bobby Lee always talks about it. Smoking. Mask. Alright. Shout out to Clean Cause Energy Drinks. What's another movie quote? Can't think of any from the May. Oh, Avengers. Assemble! Or what did Thanos say? He said, oh, that's a good one. He said, I am inevitable. And then Iron Man says, I am Iron Man. That was dope. With great power comes great respect. But that's from the comic books. So that's pretty good. I mean, run, Forrest, run. That was good. Do you think science is cool or creepy? It could be both, right? I mean, science can be cool. It can also be creepy because there's some evil fucking scientists in this world that do weird experiments on animals and people probably. And science can be evil, but science can also be amazing and can save lives. And it's also pretty much magic. So it's both. When you look into the mirror, what's the first word that comes to mind? Beautiful. Weird. Cool. Beautiful. How did your parents meet? They worked at this restaurant called Dos Pesos that basically copied Taco Cabana. So eventually Dos Pesos got sued and had to close, and the ones that were around became Taco Cabana. So they met there, and then they ended up, they worked together at Fuddruckers too, but yeah, they met there. Dos Pesos, a place that doesn't exist, and nothing costs Dos Pesos there. I mean, it's just like the what is it? McDonald's or whatever they had on Coming to America. Dos Pesos was the Taco Cabana of it, like that. How? I don't know how. What is the most beneficial Chinese proverb? Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look that one up. So I can't answer that one. Chinese proverb. Well, I got a lot of Chinese fortunes. Look at this. Let's read this one. Questions provide the key to unlocking our unlimited potential. So random. Questions provide the key to unlocking our unlimited potential. I mean, but that's not a Chinese proverb. The great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. The fuck does that mean? What's this one? I have a lot. I eat a lot of Chinese food. And then sometimes people leave them out their own. Love is the glue that holds together everything in the world. I thought it was matter and atoms. No, just kidding. All right, there's one more that I didn't put in my scrapbook yet. Wish upon the next star you see for like the next day. Okay. I don't know any Chinese proverbs, so I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I do. And I didn't look it up before because it's random and I don't wanna like scoot over there and shit, you know what I mean? I'm just seeing what I can, what my reflection can see, which I can see on my reflection of my glasses. All right, so we did a whole page. 15 minutes is not bad. Let's do Be More Yoda. Let's see, one that we haven't done. Well, this one is not like, it's like the beginning of the chapter, and we've done all of them in that chapter, I think. No. So let's read this part first, and then the next part, the next one in the chapter. So this section is called Unleashing Your Mastery. What if you cannot recognize that someone close to you is flirting with the dark side? It's not a racist thing. Despite you warning everyone else about the return of galactic tyranny, mistakes happen, but true mastery is about acknowledging your failures, learning from them, and moving forward. So, on that note, don't be afraid to fail. The greatest teacher failure is, says Yoda. Oh, you can't see Yoda on this episode. Next time I'll have to put it up a little bit. Don't be so afraid of making mistakes that you withdraw from everything and fill your days with long walks, fishing, and milking strange sea creatures. How can you enjoy your idyllic island life when everything you ever cared for is in danger? Action must overrule reflection when the call comes. You might succeed, but it's okay if you fail. You'll never know either way unless you stop worrying and start doing. That is the duty of a master. I think that word is canceled. You should just said of a Jedi. We're almost done with the book. Look at all those folded pages. Look how beautiful that looks and kind of weird. Alright, I'm going to take a break and we'll be right back with the angel number, spiritual animal, badass woman of her stream. Be right back. Come back. And we have returned for the angel number of the week. 313. You know, I'm going down the list of the number one number. It's like a mirror. The one is a mirror for these numbers. On the last series we did, 0 was a mirror or a portal. The triple digits were obviously the triples, which today I saw 555, and I took a screenshot, but it's on my phone. I mean, I saw several numbers. I usually do. I usually do at least once. Sometimes I'm looking for it. I'm like, I want a sign. I want a sign that it's gonna be a good day. And even today, I pulled into work. There's a fucking butterfly that flew. I don't know if that was during lunch. I don't know. At some point, I saw a yellow butterfly. It was yellow, but I want to do the angel number 2. I mean, spiritual animal. So anyway, angel number 313. From angelnumbersmeaning.com. When you see angel number 313, it means you should stay positive and pay attention to your inner feelings and instincts. You should follow your inner wisdom and listen to your intuition. It is necessary to believe that good things are expecting you in the future. Sunscience.org says 313, it means a fresh approach to life, is a symbol from angel number 313. Do not be so close-minded. Do not be so stuck in one lifestyle, in one style and way of doing things. The angels want you to begin to approach life in a fresh, new way. This can be achieved by either changing jobs, moving houses, traveling, or even little things like packing your lunch, going to work on time. TrustedPsychicMediums.com says that 313 urges you to listen to your instincts when you feel that something is wrong or when you feel your partner is not being completely honest with you. Your instincts will guide you in taking the next step and making the best decision. When you keep seeing 313, it means that happiness is just in reach. ArchangelSecrets.com says it's symbolic about having an optimistic outlook in life. It should be interpreted as a message from the angels to us that they are directing us towards our destiny. MindYourBodySoul.com says it's a spiritually active number that brings positivity, awakening, and enlightenment to your life. Let the spiritual energy embrace you and your soul. According to number 313, spirituality is the divine power that helps you to know yourself better. And last but not least, joinnumber.com says that 313 means that you should overcome your fears and appreciate all moments in your life. You should remember that your angels are around you, so you have no reason to worry. Yeah. I'm about to bust a flow on this beat that's very slow. Feeling cold, feeling thrilled. I'm on the road, jamming to some tunes. Looking at the flowers as they bloom. No more gloom and doom, just sunshine and the light, man. I'm feeling so fine. I'm feeling so divine. Like a guy, lowercase G. It's so odd. Shout out to the squad, the iPod, Friday podcast, and also ChrisChaos, man, my music channel, formerly known as Little X. Y'all can't handle the plex, straight from the text. And my parents from the Mex. Yeah, don't make me put a hex. I know you don't want to flex, even though you want to flex. You ain't fucking with the best. Catch your mama in her nest. I'll never give you rest. Every day is just a test. And every day I'm feeling blessed. Even when I'm feeling stressed. Your girl, she gon' caress my sack and I'm in her dress. Just kidding. Sorry, that's rude. And that was crude. Just like the party dude. No, wait, I think Raphael was rude and crude. Mikey was the party dude. I got the orange to represent Mikey. Is there an orange infinity stone? No. Well, at least not on this shirt. Alright. So, the other day, it was a Saturday, I think last weekend. And I woke up, went to the restroom, sat on the toilet, looked to my right, and in the shower, there was a brown moth. So I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What could it mean, possibly? So, according to crystalclearintuition.com, moths may represent death in the spiritual sense, which is transformation. Moths represent the deep internal shifts that happen in the subconscious, which can cause a part of you to end and a new part of you to begin. Moths have the same lifestyle as a butterfly. Sorry, not lifestyle. They got different lifestyles because butterflies are morning people and moths are night people. So they have completely different lifestyles. They have the same life cycle as a butterfly, where they start out as a caterpillar, form a cocoon, and emerge as a colored winged insect. Auntyflo.com, that's AUNTYFLO.com, says that if you see a moth appears as a symbol for your animal totem, or if it accidentally enters your life, it means you're an optimistic person who's always looking at the bright side of things in life in general. Repeatedly seeing moths can imply this is your animal totem. I don't see them all the time. I see butterflies way more than moths, but I just found it out that there was a moth in the tub, white tub, so you see, it's very prevalent. The astrologyweb.com says that a moth symbolizes faith, subtlety, adaptation, vulnerability, concealment, transformation, determination, death, afterlife, and clarity. Whoa, I was lucky. It was 10 things. I just started listing them. I didn't know how many there are going to be. Its habit of navigating by lunar light leads it to be associated with intuition and psychic awareness, while by emitting pheromones, it embodies allurement, attraction, and suggestion. DreamingandSleeping.com says the symbolism of brown moth. As they have said in the previous section, in some parts of the world, the brown moth is connected to communication and it's connected to emotions, since it can show its face at night, attracted by light, and then he can even hurt his wings, even if he knows that he cannot come so close to the light. Okay, that's weird. It's like a poem. Did y'all see that poem that one actress did where she said that she was Putin's mom? Stupid. So it says brown moth, and again, this is from dreamingandsleeping.com. Before we begin, it should be noted that most of the legends about moths do not find any confirmation in reality. Often considered a bad omen, they are actually normal. Butterflies that have evolved to adapt to nightlife. Here's some useful information. Like butterflies, moths are insects that belong to the order Lepidoptera. These specimens have an evolution and an organism quite similar to butterflies, so much so that there is no real taxonomic differentiation between these two groups. In fact, his distinction exists mainly in ordinary language, not in scientific language. Generally speaking, the moth can be defined as a butterfly that evolved to live at night. I thought that was so interesting. Therefore, the body often appears more robust and covered in thick fur, just to better handle lower night temperatures. And the wings are colored gray, brown, or black to ensure perfect camouflage in the dark. Associated with witches, owls, and black cats, popular tradition treated their existence as a symbol of a magical and disturbing world, or of an insect to be feared. Only the Native Americans have always regarded moths with great respect, as they are synonymous with adaptability, survival, and transformation. It must also be remembered that moths are essential for the survival of ecosystems and for the multiplication of many plant species. Shout out to moths. They get a bad rap. The very last one from millersguild.com says that brown moths are thought to be linked to domestic life. The message here may be related to family life, particularly your relationship with your mother. Now, what's weird is right after that, after I saw that brown moth, I had a long, beautiful conversation with my mom. So that brown moth is like, well, linked to your relationship with your mother. They're also thought to be connected to financial issues. Yellow moths are associated, I never seen a yellow moth, are associated with success and action to achieve goals. So I found that pretty interesting. I could look up yellow butterflies, but I'll probably do that next time just to conserve time, because the next segment is long overdue. I was supposed to do it last episode, but the camera... Look, I'm old. I'm 33, right? I was born in 1989, right? So, for some dumb reason, it took me 3 years to upgrade my iPhone's memory for $1 a month, which is not that much. So, now I shouldn't have this issue of running out of memory. But you know, as an older person, I'm not an older person, but like as a middle, I mean, I'm 30, right? So I'm like, I don't need a memory. Used to be free. I didn't ever have to fucking pay no memory fee and shit. But it's worth it. So I'm gonna take uno más descanso. I'm gonna take one more break, and we'll close out with a beautiful, intelligent, badass woman of her story. Find out who in a couple seconds. Yeah. Welcome back. Now, what we are going to talk about could possibly be called the Queen of Rap. And no, I'm not talking about Nicki Minaj. And no, I'm not talking about Cardi B. Who else? Shout out to Snow the Product. Right? She might be like the princess, right? But she, you know. Shout out to Queen Latifah, The Brat, China White. Who else is a pretty dope female rapper? Eve. Shout out to Eve. No, I'm not talking about Iggy Azalea. Who are the other ones? No, not Bad Baby. Alright. Obviously, one of the best female rappers ever is Lauryn Hill. Now, there's a dope song. I'm sorry, excuse me. By Talib Kweli. Damn, throwback to the to the coffin on the episodes. He has a song called Miss Hill. It's amazing. Check it out. So, and I just drank this drink, so I'm all gassy too. You know what? It's a good time to take my vitamins. I gotta eat these gummy ones. But they're not like the gummies like made out of car. But see, I ordered them from Amazon. That's kind of a bad thing because they get all stuck to. If I take a roll. And that was physical dirt on it. They're all stuck together. When I get them at the store, they're not all... Dang, I got all oranges, too. I don't want all oranges. I gotta mix this shit up. Alright, here's a grape. And I don't want 2 oranges either. Orange is too sour right now. But I'll take 1 orange. The other ones I can't even get a hold of. Grapes. Fuck it. 2 grapes is good. 3. Men's Premium. 100% more 3B vitamins. That orange is sour. A little bit. Okay. It's made with pectin, not gelatin, because gelatin is made from cartilage from animals. No gluten, gelatin, soy, dairy, wheat, peanuts, eggs, or yeast derived ingredients. Vegetarian. This shit is delicious. Man, I said it and I just read it at the same time. And then there's a garden veggies powder blend that they put in there. And it's got pineapple, pumpkin, raspberry, cauliflower, grape, banana, cabbage, tomato, acai, asparagus, broccoli, and more. I mean, it says all of them: spinach, carrot, blueberry, orange, orchard fruits, and garden veggies powder blend. And then the other ingredients are organic tapioca syrup, cane sugar, purified water, pectin, citric acid, beeswax. Yeah, I recommend it. I need to buy another bottle for my son too. I'll do that right after this fucking episode. Let me get back to it. Shout out to Lauryn Hill, born May 26, 1975. She's an American. Now, this is from Wikipedia. I mean, I'm not going to read all this, but, oh, wait, not even all this is. One of this is a picture I drew last weekend. And a joke. So I said, nah, I'm going to say the joke. I'm going to say the joke for another time. Let me just get started. I got to do this justice. I'm nervous. Because it's Lauryn Hill. You know, I'm a rapper. Lauryn Hill's one of my favorite female. She's my favorite female rapper ever. She's often regarded as one of the greatest rappers of all time. I don't know who says that. I mean, because, you know, you can't put her above Tupac. As well as being one of the most influential singers of her generation. Hill is credited for breaking barriers for female rappers, popularizing melodic rapping, and for bringing hip-hop and neo-soul to popular music. Oh, Erykah Badu, I think, you know, they're kind of similar. But Erykah Badu doesn't really rap, it's just neo-soul. She is known for being a member of the Fugees. The Score is a badass album. And her solo album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, from 1998, is amazing, which became one of the best-selling albums of all time. Hill has won many awards, including 8 Grammys, the most for a female rapper. Raised mostly in South Orange, New Jersey, East Coast. Shout out to the East Coast. Hill began singing with her music-oriented family during her childhood. So this just jumps into her. So she appeared in the 1993 film Sister Act 2. Hill, in high school, Hill was approached by Pros Michael for a band he started with his cousin Wyclef Jean. Oh, he joined afterwards. Wyclef joined afterwards. They renamed themselves the Fugees and released the albums Blunted on Reality, which I need to check out, and the Grammy Award-winning The Score. So Blunted on Reality is from 94. The Score was in 96. Which the Score sold 7 million copies in the U.S. Hill rose to prominence for her Caribbean music influences and African-American and Caribbean music influences on her rapping and singing, as well as her performance on the Fugees version of Killing Me Softly. So I guess there's another version of Killing Me Softly, and I didn't know that. She began to focus on solo projects, writing and producing A Rose Is Still a Rose by Aretha Franklin, then featuring on the Grammy Award nominated songs If I Ruled the World by Nas, Her tumultuous romantic relationship with Wyclef Jean led to the split of the band in '97, after which she began work on her solo album. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill remains Hill's sole solo studio album. It received widespread critical acclaim for showcasing a representation of life, relationships, and locating a contemporary voice within the neo-soul genre. The album debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200 and it sold approximately 10 million copies there, being certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America. This included the singles Doo Wop, That Thing, which is one of the greatest songs ever, X Factor, and Everything is Everything. At the 41st Grammy Awards, the record earned her 5 awards, including Album of the Year and Best New Artist. During this time, she won several other awards and became a common sight on the cover of magazines. Soon afterward, Hill dropped out of the public eye. Dissatisfied with the music industry and supposedly suffering from the pressures of fame, her last full-length recording, the New Material live album MTV Unplugged No. 2.0, which came out in 2002, sold approximately 1 million copies in the US and sharply divided critics upon its release, but has received retrospective praise. I read that. I ended that weird. I didn't know it was at the end of the sentence. But has received retrospective praise. I need to check it out. I haven't even heard it. Hill's subsequent activity, which includes the release of a few songs and occasional festival appearances, has been sporadic. Hill has 6 kids, 5 of them with Rohan Marley. In 2012, she pleaded guilty to tax evasion and served a 3-month prison sentence the following year. Early life. Lauryn Noel Hill was born, like I said earlier, May 26, 1975, in Newark, New Jersey. Her mother, Valerie Hill, was an English teacher, and her father, Mal Hill, a computer and management consultant. She has one older brother named Malani. I don't know how to say that, like a masculine, Malani, who was born in 1972. Her Baptist family moved to New York for a short period before settling in South Orange, New Jersey. New Jersey Devil. That was a DJ. Hill has said of her musically oriented family, there were so many records, so much music constantly being played. My mother played the piano, my father sang, and we were always surrounded by music. Her father sang in local nightclubs and at weddings. While growing up, Hill frequently listened to Curtis Mayfield, Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, and Gladys Knight. Years later, she recalled playing Marvin Gaye's What's Going On repeatedly until she fell asleep to it. In middle school, Lauryn Hill performed the Star Spangled Banner before a basketball game. Due to its popularity, subsequent games featured a recording of her rendition. In 1988, Hill appeared as an amateur night contestant on its Showtime at the Apollo. She sang her version of the Smokey Robinson track, Who's Loving You, gathering an initially harsh reaction from the crowd. Damn, imagine. She persevered through the performance. Hill attended Columbia High School, where she was a member of the track team, cheerleading squad, and was a classmate of actor Zach Braff. I don't know who that is and why that's on that list. She also took violin lessons, went to dance class, and founded the school's gospel choir. Wow, that's dope. Academically, she took advanced placement classes, and later recalling her education, Hill commented, I had a love for, I don't know if it was necessarily for academics more than it was just for achieving, period. If it was academics, if it was sports, if it was music, if it was dance, whatever it was, I was always driven to do a lot in whatever field or whatever area I was focusing on at the moment. So 1991 to 1993 were her career beginnings. While a freshman in high school, through mutual friends, Prat Casrell, aka Praz Michael, approached Hill about a music group he was creating. Hill and Price began under the name Translator Crew. They came up with this name because they wanted to rhyme in different languages. Oh, that's dope. Another female vocalist was soon replaced by Michael's cousin, multi-instrumentalist Wyclef Jean. The group began performing in local showcases and high school talent shows. Hill was initially only a singer, but then learned to rap too. Instead of modeling herself on female rappers like Salt and Pepper and MC Lyte, she preferred male rappers like Ice Cube and developed her flow from listening to them. Hill later said, "I remember doing my homework in the bathroom stalls of hip-hop clubs." While growing up, Hill took acting lessons in Manhattan. She began her acting career in 1991, appearing with John in Club 12. Sorry, it's Roman numerals. MC Lyte's off-Broadway hip-hop rendering of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. Oh, okay. See, I'm reading these sentences. Weird. So there's a movie. There was a. Oh no, it was a off-Broadway play called Club 12, which was a version of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, a hip-hop version of it. While the play was not a success, an agent noticed her. Later that year, Hill began appearing on the soap opera As the World Turns in a recurring role as troubled teenager Kira Johnson. She subsequently co-starred alongside Whoopi Goldberg in the 1993 release Sister Act 2. Back in the habit. Playing Rita Louise Watson, an inner-city Catholic school teenager with a surly, rebellious attitude. In it, she performed the songs His Eye is on the Sparrow, and another song called Joyful, Joyful. Director Bill Duke credited Hill with improvising a rap in the scene. None of that was scripted. That was all Lauryn. She was amazing. Critic Roger Ebert called her the girl with the big, joyful voice. Nobody knows who Roger Ebert is anymore, which is weird. Everybody just knows Rotten Tomatoes. Ebert and Roper and Robert. Wait. It was Roger and Ebert, right? And it became Ebert and Roper. I don't know, something like that. It was two dudes, and then they became two other dudes. But one dude stayed. Rolling Stone said she would perform marvelously against type in the otherwise perfunctory film. Perfunctory? I wonder what that means. Hill also appeared in Steven Soderbergh's 1993 motion picture King of the Hill in a minor but pivotal role as a 1930s gun-popping elevator operator. Damn, they used to be elevator operators. Soderbergh biographer Jason Wood described her as supplying one of the warmest scenes in the film. Hill graduated so she was in high school doing these movies because she graduated in 1993 from Columbia High School. She was in high school. Wow. All right, 94 to 96, main article, the Fugees, blunted on reality. I'm blunted on reality. And the score, Pras, Hill, and Jean renamed their group the Fugees, a derivative of the word refugee, which was a derogatory term for Haitian Americans. Whoa, bringing it back to that question. What was a word that used to be bad that has become cavalier? Well, I don't know if this, but they changed it to that. Hill began a romantic relationship with John. The Fugees, who signed a contract with Columbia/Rough House Records in '93, became known for their genre blending, particularly of rock, reggae, and soul, which was first experimented on their debut album, Blunted on Reality, released in '94. It reached number 62 on the Billboard Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums, but overall sold poorly and was met by poor critical reviews due to their management's insistence they adopt gangster rap attitudes. Interesting. Although the album made little impact, Hill's rapping on Some Seek Stardom was seen as a highlight when they listened to that song. Within the group, she was frequently referred to by the nickname El Boogie. Hill's image and artistry, as well as her full, rich, raspy alto voice, placed her at the forefront of the band, with some fans urging her to begin a solo career. The Fugees' second album, The Score, peaked at a #1 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and stayed in the top 10 of that chart for over half a year. It sold about 7 million copies in the U.S. and more than 22 million copies worldwide. Where's my... I used to have the globe right here. I kind of want to put the globe back right here. Where was it? Worldwide. In 96, just some more awards. Singles from The Score included Fuji La, Ready or Not, which highlighted Hill's singing and rapping abilities, and the Bob Marley cover No Woman, No Cry. Her rendition of Killing Me Softly became the group's breakout hit. Buttressed by what Rolling Stone publications later called Hill's evocative vocal line and her amazing pipes, the track became pervasive on pop, R&B, hip-hop, and adult contemporary radio formats. It won the Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance by a duo or group with vocals. On the album, Hill combined African-American music, which I don't know what that means, and Caribbean music influences with socially conscious lyrics. Newsweek mentioned Hill's irresistibly cute looks and proclaimed her the most powerful new voice in rap. Newsweek coming off creepy. Disabandonment and motherhood. Disbandment. At 21, Hill was still living at home with her parents. It's okay. She had been enrolled at Columbia University and considered majoring in history, and she became a sophomore. But left after about a year of total studies once sales of The Score went into the millions. Understandable. In 96, she responded to a false rumor on the Howard Stern show that she had made a racist comment on MTV, saying, "How can I possibly be a racist? My music is universal, and I believe in God. If I believe in God, then I have to love all of God's creation. There can be no segregation." In 1996, Hill founded the Refugee Project, a nonprofit outreach organization that sought to transform the attitudes and behavior of at-risk urban youth. Part of this was Camp Hill, which offered stays in the Catskill Mountains for such youngsters. Another was production of an annual Halloween haunted house in East Orange. Hill also raised money for Haitian refugees, supported clean water well building projects in Kenya and Uganda, and staged a rap concert in Harlem to promote voter registration. In 1997 benefit event for the Refugee Project introduced the board of trustees for the organization that included Sean Puffy Combs, Mariah Carey, Busta Rhymes, Spike Lee, and others. In 1997, the Fugees split to work on solo projects, which John later blamed on his tumultuous relationship with Hill and the fact he married his wife, Claudinette, while still involved with Hill. Oh, Wyclef fucked it up. Meanwhile, in the summer of 96, Hill had met Rohan Marley, a son of Bob Marley, and a former University of Miami football player. Damn, talking about an upgrade. She subsequently began a relationship with him while still also involved with John. Oh, shit. She became pregnant in 96, and on August 3rd, 97, Marley and Hill's first child, Zion David, was born. The couple lived in Hill's childhood house in South Orange after she bought her parents a new house down the street. Hill had a cameo appearance in the 1997 film Have Plenty. In 98, Hill took up another small but important role in the film Restaurant. Entertainment Weekly praised her portrayal of the protagonist's pregnant former girlfriend as bringing vigor to the film. Whoa, that's suspect. Entertainment Weekly, it sounds racist. From 97 to 99, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is the title of that part. Hill recorded her solo record, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, from late 97 through June 98 at Tough Gong Studios in Jamaica. The title was inspired by the book, The Miseducation of the Negro, from 1933 by Carter G. Woodson, as well as The Education of Sonny Carson, a film and autobiographical novel. The album featured contributions from D'Angelo, Carlos Santana, Mary J. Blige, and the then unknown John Legend. Wyclef Jean initially did not support Hill recording a solo album, but eventually offered his production help. Hill turned him down. Several songs on the album concern her frustration with the Fugees. I Used to Love Him dealt with the breakdown of the relationship between Hill and Wyclef Jean. Other songs, such as To Zion, spoke about her decision to have her first baby, even though many at the time encouraged her to have an abortion, so to not interfere with their blossoming career. Indeed, Hill's pregnancy revived her from a period of writer's block, apparently. In terms of production, Hill collaborated with a group of musicians known as New Ark, consisting of Vada Nobles, Rasheem Pugh, Tejamol Newton, and Johari Newton. Hill later said that she wanted to write songs that lyrically move me and have the integrity of reggae and the knock of hip-hop and the instrumentation of classic soul. And the production on the album was intended to make the music sound raw and not computer-aided. Hill spoke of pressure from her label to emulate Prince, wherein all tracks would be credited as written and produced by the artist with little outside help. She also wanted to be appreciated as an auteur, I don't know what that means, as much as John had within the Fugees. She also saw a feminist cause, but step out and try and control things, and there are doubts. This is a very sexist industry. They'll never throw the genius title to a sister. That's what she said. Damn. Well, but she is a genius. While recording the album, when Hill was asked about providing contracts or documentation to the musicians, she replied, "We all love each other. This ain't about documents. This is blessed." Released on August 25th, 1998, the album received rave reviews from contemporary music critics and was the most acclaimed album of 1998. Critics lauded the album's blending of the R&B, doo-wop, pop, hip-hop, and reggae genres and its honest representation of women's life and relations. All right, I'm scared to read this, but Entertainment Weekly's David Brown says, called it an album of often astonishing power, strength, and feeling. Praised Hill for easily flowing from singing to rapping, evoking the past while forging a future of her own. Robert ChrisChaos equipped PC Record of the Year, songs soft, singing ordinary, rapping skilled, rhymes up and down, skits the trap, production subtle and terrific. I have no idea what that sentence was. In 2017, NPR rated the album as the second best album of all time created by a woman. Well, I wonder what the first one was. It sold over 423 copies in the first week, boosted by advanced radio play of two non-label sanctioned singles, Lost Ones and Can't Take My Eyes Off You. And top Billboard 200 for 4 weeks and the Billboard R&B album chart for 6 weeks. It went on to sell about 10 million copies in the U.S. and 20 million worldwide. During 98 and 99, Hill earned $25 million from record sales and touring, along with Blige, Missy Elliott, Michelle Indigochello, Erykah Badu, and others. Erykah Badu, see, shout out to, she's from Dallas. Shout out to Erykah Badu. Found a voice with the neo soul genre. The first single from the album was, I guess, the first official one, because there was like some non-label sanctioned singles. Was Doo Wop, That Thing, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It exemplified Hill's appeal, combining feelings of self-empowerment with self-defense. Other charted singles from the albums were X Factor, which has been sampled by Drake and Cardi B, Everything Is Everything, and To Zion. Period. In the 1998 Paz and Job Critics poll, I don't know what that is, came into just more awards. November 98, she had her second kid. Being a young mother of two, Hill said it's not an easy situation at all. You have to really pray and be honest with yourself. In the run-up to the 1999 Grammy Awards, Hill became the first woman to be nominated in 10 categories in a single year. In addition to Miseducation works, the nominations included her rendition of Can't Take My Eyes Off You for the 1997 film Conspiracy Theory, which had appeared on Billboard charts. And Hill's writing and producing of A Rose is Still a Rose, which became a late-in-career hit for Aretha Franklin. Okay. In February 1999, she received 4 awards at the 30th Annual NAACP Image Awards. She won Ebony Magazine Awards. She was on a song with Santana that won awards. A lot of awards. I also saw her and the Fugees together again. They reunited for the Dave Chappelle Block Party. And speaking of Dave Chappelle, because a lot of people say, oh, Lauryn Hill went crazy, right? No, the industry is sick. Not the people. The industry fucks people up, man. So she was just trying to survive. So shout out to Lauryn Hill. I salute you, queen. And I guess that's it. Let's wrap this up. Is that the last beat? Let me take another sippy dip. It's been kind of a long episode. I was going to try to freestyle, but I kind of did earlier. And it's getting late. Well, not really. It's 7, but it's getting long. See y'all